in Surah Maryam where it says everyone has to go to hell something.
What is 19? Surah Maryam, 1971-72.
Yeah, in that it talks about actually not the hell, but
No,
what
man.
like a bridge over hell.
No, actually, that's not in the ayah. Show me in the Quran where it says Sirat, the bridge. Where is it? Show me
Okay.
in the Quran where the bridge Sirat is mentioned. Because now I'm going to show you statements from your prophet and the scholars that says, no, this does mean they enter hell.
Okay,
I'll show it to you. But first you said, so everyone understand, let me repeat what he said. He said that according to chapter 19, 71 to 72, it says that the Muslims won't enter hell. They're going to cross a bridge that's over hell. It's called Sirat in the Hadith. Now, do me a favor. Open up your Quran. Read 1971-72. Can you show me where the bridge is mentioned?
And there is none of you except he will come to it. This is upon your Lord and inevitability decreed. Then we will save those who feared Allah and leave the wrongdoers within it on their knees.
Okay, so my question to you, where do you find the bridge there when it says there'll be people in hell who'll stay there? If this is referring to the bridge, that means everyone is going over the bridge. Then how do you explain verse 72 where it says we're going to leave them there hobbling on their knees? So he's going to leave them on the bridge?
Yeah, from the bridge they will fall into hell, right?
Where does it say from the bridge they're falling into hell? So you're adding stuff.
But this is what I can understand, because no Muslim can go into hell, obviously.
Because you think the Quran is true and it's not full of contradictions. But then what do you do with the hadith where your prophet will pray to take Muslims out of hell?
Yeah, those are the Muslims whose sins outweighed their good deeds.
But you said no Muslim goes to hell. Now you're saying, yeah, Muslims do go to hell. So which is it? No Muslim goes, or there are Muslims who go?
I'm sorry, that was wrong. I meant not all Muslims will go to hell.
Sure. Where does the Quran say not all Muslims in that ayah that you read?
Obviously, I assume that this ayah is talking about the bridge.
Okay, you assumed, right? But it's not there, is it?
Yeah, it's not there.
If I read to you the Mufassirin, if I read Tabari, Qurtubi, and Ibn Kathir, they mention the different interpretations of this ayat. One of them says people do go to hell, but they don't know if they're going to come out.
Oh, what the other two say?
Some argue like you, it's a bridge. Some say go there, but the fire won't affect them. So the Muslims are confused because, like you, they're having a hard time. How can the Quran say Muslims go to hell when we are protected from the fire? And there are traditions say we go over the bridge, Sirat. So they're confused because the Quran and the Hadith are full of confusion. So you have one view that says, yeah, they'll go to hell, but the fire won't harm them. So they are going to hell. Another view says, no, they go over the bridge. But the going over the bridge is not in the ayah.
It's not in the ayah, but I think it's understandable for Muslims because Allah says He will save Muslims, right? Allah says He will save us who fear Him.
Okay, but that doesn't mean He saves you by preventing you from going to hell. You go to hell and He saves you by taking you out. That's the point of the ayah. That's the point of the ayah. He saves you by taking you out of hell when you enter.
In my mind, that is impossible because that will just be very cruel.
Exactly. That's our problem with your God. Do you understand our problem now?
Yeah, that's why we assume it to be the bridge which Prophet talked about, because our Prophet ﷺ said every one of you will walk over it.
Okay, but then if every one of you walk over it, then what about the Muslims who are in hell? How did they end up in hell if everyone walks over it?
Everyone will walk over. Whoever sins are more, they will, fell in the hell.
Okay, so they will fall into hell, you're saying, when they walk, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you're admitting at least some Muslims go to hell. That's number one, that's good. But number two, that hadith that you're reading contradicts the Quran and other statements of your prophet. So which statement of your prophet should I follow? Here, let me give you one example. Let me read just this one real quickly. You ready?
Yeah.
This is Tarikh al-Tabari. I'm reading the English translation. History of al-Tabari, volume 8, pages 152, 153. According to Ibn Humayyad, Salama, Muhammad bin Ishaq, Muhammad bin Jafar, bin al-Zubayr, Urwa bin al-Zubayr, who said the messenger of Allah sent his expedition to Muta in Jumada of the year 8. He put Zayd bin Haritha in command of the men and said, if Zayd bin Haritha is killed, Jafar bin Abi Talib shall be in command of the men. If Jafar is killed, Abdullah bin Rawaha shall be in command. Now watch this. When Abdullah bin Rawaha said goodbye with the other commanders of the Messenger of God who were doing so, he wept. He started crying. This is a Sahabi, companion of your Prophet. What is making you weep, Ibn Rawaha? He said, Wallah, by God, I have no love of this world or excessive love for you. But I heard, listen, I heard the Messenger of Allah recite a verse, the verse you just read, from the book of Allah, God, that mentioned the fire of hell. Not one of you there is, but he shall go down to it. That for thy Lord is a thing decreed, determined. And I do not know how I can come out after going down. So how come he didn't understand it like you?
Okay, I see your point.
But you're laughing. It's not funny. You want to go down to hell? You think it's funny?
Oh my God, no.
And you're laughing still?